This is my Penn State, Minnesota preview. So before I get started, Penn State they're 2-2, and Minnesota they're 3-0. Minnesota, it's a home game for Penn State. Minnesota has played 3 games so far. They not all great competition. Um, they barely beat Colorado State. They barely beat Oregon State. Those teams aren't good. And they beat Indiana State. Okay, congratulations, you beat Indiana State by a lot. Good. Um, the only bad news is that I think that this team's going to. Minnesota's got a pretty good running game, and if you've been watching any of Penn State this year, Penn State has none of its starting linebackers, which is killing them. And they're not going to have any of their starting linebackers in this game either. And that's going to kill them too. We know the one is a season-ending injury, and the other is we don't know when the other two are coming back. But it doesn't look like it's going to be real soon. And Minnesota's going to put up its fair share of points on Penn State. I can guarantee you that. They're going to put up a good amount of points. It depends how many. If Minnesota's offense gets going and Penn State cannot stop them, this game could get ugly. But I think this defense isn't this offense isn't Michigan, okay? It's not even Pitt. It's better than Temple, but it's not Pitt. It's somewhere in between there. Temple, they really shouldn't have given up 27. They really gave up 13. And then Pitt, they gave up 42. So when you add them together, you get 55. Divide by 2, 50. I'm gonna say they score maybe 31. I really do. But I think Penn State. This is where I don't understand. When did Minnesota become? I'm looking at some guys' predictions on BTN. They give their predictions every week. Both of them have Pitt winning. I mean, not Pitt. Both of them have Minnesota winning. When did Minnesota become a good team? Okay, first off, they went 5-7 last year, so it's not like they were a great team last year, and they beat some crappy teams. So why all of a sudden are you saying Minnesota's a good team? If Minnesota played Pitt, they would have lost, and if they played Michigan, they would have got their ass kicked too. So I don't know why people are saying, "Oh, Minnesota, they're a great team. If they beat Penn State, they're gonna go on an Iowa dark horse run." That's not gonna happen. And even if it does, you can't go, "Oh well, I told you so." No. Because I just know it won't. Minnesota's playing a cupcake schedule, even in the conference. They don't even play anybody any good, really, except Wisconsin and Iowa. Oh, yeah, and they play Penn State now. Get the hell out of here. uh, um, Penn State's offense has to really play well this game. They need Barkley to have a good day. It's supposed to be a little rainy. I think that could have an impact on the game. Penn State's a 3-point favorite, about where I thought. Preseason, okay, I would have said Penn State would win this game pretty easy, but not. Minnesota's a good. Obviously, Minnesota's a good team, but they're not great. They're eh. They're just eh. They're not anything great, but they're not anything bad. They're okay. But when you look at us with the skilled players like QB, running back, receiver, we are better. We have more talent than them. If you go by talent, we win this game by 14. That's what I said preseason. I said we win this game by 14. It's a home game. It shouldn't be enough, but we are very thin at the positions that people don't really pay a lot of attention to. Offensive linemen were better this year, but we're still not great. And defensive linemen. The defensive line, we lost a lot of players, but we're still not good at that position. And linebacker, this is where the sanctions come in. A lot of those guys are freshmen, sophomore that are even starting. You look at John Reed at cornerback. You got a freshman, a sophomore defensive lineman. You got a sophomore safety. This week we're gonna have a sophomore. We're gonna have some sophomore and like another freshman. That shouldn't be happening. Where Ohio State, those guys, if they're sophomores or freshmen and they're starting, they're 5-star recruits. And the other guys are juniors and seniors with a lot of experience. We don't have those people. And if we do, they are starting. Like Ryan Bates at offensive line. Um, Connor McGovern's going to be starting. Michael Bennett didn't even start this year. But we have depth, but we don't quite have a lot of experience. And that's why it's going to take a year or two. But I'm still not sold on Franklin being a good head coach. I don't care what you say. I don't care if he's going to get this team in a year or two, and then next year, 2017, 2018, to back to being a 9-10 wins, even 11 win year. I still don't think that he's a good coach. And I don't care what Sandy Barber, the athletic director, says. These next two games are huge for this season. And if he goes 3-9, 4-8, he's going to be out of here. And if he's not, I think Sandy Barber should get fired. Just fire the athletic director, because first off, this team, if they lose to Minnesota and then Maryland, they're 2-4. That's a freaking terrible start. Then you got Ohio State, Iowa, Michigan State. That that just wrecks your whole bowl game. These next two games could probably make our season. If we start to get some confidence, hey, maybe we end up getting an 8-win season. Maybe, 2-2 is where we probably expected. We probably thought we would trip up against Pitt or Temple, in one of those games. But it doesn't feel like we've met the expectations, because we got our ass beat to Michigan, and we lost a real close game to Pitt, and our whole defense is in ruins, basically, except our cornerbacks and safeties. The key to winning this game, I tell you, is make Pitt pass. Make them pass, and we'll win. This defense will do okay. If Pitt just runs them all day, I'd actually probably stack 8. You think I'm crazy? Stack 8 and only have one safety. Make them pass. It'll be vulnerable to the pass. They'll probably try us deep, but it's better than them getting 20 yards every play, breaking tackles, getting first down after first down, and then putting up 7 almost every time they get it. And, I say Penn State 34-31, but Franklin has to get a win here. He has to get a win. And if he doesn't, this season is basically ruined, because 2-3 is not good. 2-3, you're looking at a lucky bowl game. You're looking to be lucky to get a bowl game. A win, you're at 3-2. You take care of business against, not take care of business, but you beat Maryland, and you're on track to basically what we thought we would be. It's not over yet, but we need to beat Minnesota. This is going to be a big game for Franklin. It's a must-win game to save his season and probably his job. To wrap for me, I say Penn State 34-31. Peace out.